Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my each way Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing. As usual here on the channel, just want to make an apology for not uploading any videos recently over the last week or so. I've been quite ill this week unfortunately, and I didn't feel up to filming. I've been off work and that, so I haven't been in a good place in my health in the last few days, but I'm back and I'm better now, and we're going to be getting stuck into making some good predictions hopefully over the weekend's racing and also for the coming weeks to come. We've got some good horse racing coming up in August. We've got the Ebor Festival at York, which will be an interesting festival. Lots of good Group 1 races. We've got the jumps coming back as well next week, so there'll be a lot of horse racing action to get stuck into over the next few weeks, and that's what we'll be here doing, giving you predictions for those races. Also as well, if you're brand new to our channel, welcome to Lucky15. Thanks for all your amazing support so far. Please subscribe if you haven't done already for more horse racing daily content. The main purpose behind this channel is because in September I'm going back to university to study a master's degree in sports broadcasting journalism, and that's why I created the channel, to gain some confidence, uploading videos and sharing my knowledge and enthusiasm of horse racing with you guys. Like I've said many times on the channel before, my dream job is to be a horse racing journalist. Last week I was able to work for BBC local radio, covering Glorious Goodwood as their racing expert presenter, and we had some good fun on there. Got a few winners on there as well, which was a bit pressurising since you're broadcasting to a large audience, but I felt I was very comfortable in the situation. You can always go and check me out on BBC iPlayer there if you want to go back and listen to how I did and follow my progress and hopefully get my dream job as a horse racing journalist. But I absolutely love Glorious Goodwood. Last week for us it wasn't a bad Glorious Goodwood. We started off not so good, but we got better as the week progressed, because the first couple of days threw a lot of surprises up, but we were able to get some winners towards the end, and all in all it was going to be a profitable Glorious Goodwood for us in the end. So yeah, I enjoyed Goodwood last week. We're going to be getting back into tomorrow's horse racing action, where we've got the Shergar Cup at Ascot, which we're not going to be looking at tomorrow, but it's definitely a fun horse racing fixture, and I think a lot of those races are just a bit of fun really, and I'm not really keen on getting too stuck into anything there for betting purposes, but I've managed to pick out some other horse racing meetings tomorrow. Haydock's got a strong card on, also as Newmarket as well. There's some group races and some listed races, and we're going to be taking a look at some of those to make up our four selections for our each way Lucky15 tomorrow. And our first race tomorrow sees us go to the 2:30 at Haydock, and we've backed this horse before. This horse in the 2:30 at Haydock is called Frankuus, trained by Mark Johnston. Joe Fannin takes a ride tomorrow, round about 8-1 bookmakers at the moment, and this horse Frankuus is coming back to what was some good form last season. Last season it had a really nice profile. It won a listed race over in France, and then this season he had been off the boil, but he ran a good respectable race behind a horse called Defoe last time out, where he did the front running all the way, but it was a good typical Mark Johnston trained horse performance, very gritty and always was up for the battle, and this horse really ran nicely last time, and I thought he was coming back to somewhere near his best. Mark Johnston's stable's absolutely flying at the moment. Joe Fannin's a very good jockey. He's been riding a lot of winners of late. Frankuus as well is by the sexy pedigree that is Frankuus, who is still yet to prove himself as a stallion, but he may get there one day, Frankuus. But I thought this horse was definitely a good each way contender tomorrow. Should definitely be in the mix. And I thought 8-1 wasn't a bad price. He's also got a good course form at Haydock, collecting 2 wins, and I thought he could take another bounce back step in the right direction tomorrow. So that's going to be our selection there tomorrow, Frankuus in the 2:30 at Haydock. We then stay at Haydock and we go to the 3 o'clock with a horse called Calder Prince. This horse is trained by a very favourite combination for Haydock, which is Tom Dascombe and Richard Kingscote. We've often turned to that combination a few times here on the channel. It's 6-1, and this horse, like Frankuus, has got some good form at Haydock. A few starts ago it managed to notch up a win at Haydock and then put in a good performance, finishing second, so it's been running well of late. You could argue last time at Chester it didn't run that well, but Chester, it doesn't take to every horse that course, and I thought you could run a line through that form because there was a few things that did go wrong for it there. Calder Prince arrives here in, like we say, not bad form. He's 6-1 bookmakers at the moment. He's got a good jockey and horse racing trainer combination, and I thought 6-1 tomorrow he could be definitely a horse that could figure in the race tomorrow, and I thought that wasn't a bad price to take there. Our third selection tomorrow then sees us stay at Haydock again for the 335, and horse that we have backed on the channel here before. The horse is called Queen of Time. It's trained by Henry Candy. David Probert takes the ride tomorrow. It's been progressing very well of late. It does mean it will be up against some good horses tomorrow in this race. But I thought this horse could take another big step tomorrow. It's been running very consistent of late. It was second last time out at Sandown. It's notched up a couple of wins at Goodwood. It put in not a bad performance at Royal Ascot, finishing 4th. So it's always been there in its races. And I thought 7-1 tomorrow, it could definitely make the frame in the each way angle. And is definitely a fair price. And I definitely thought that was one of the dangers in the race tomorrow for the market favourite, which is trained by William Haggis. I think it's called Sea of Grace. And even though that did come second in the French Guineas, I was a bit unsure maybe if this horse is capable of winning. But William Haggis has been a very good trainer, and that is probably the most likely winner of the race tomorrow, Sea of Grace. But I thought if there was a surprise on the cards, which I was kind of looking for, because for me, Sea of Grace was a little bit short for me in that race, and I thought I would take him on with Queen of Time. But let us know what you think in that race tomorrow in the 335 at Haydock. Is there another alternative? There was one or two other alternatives that did look attractive, but I thought Queen of Time was always quite reliable, and that's why I've gone for it there as our third selection in our Each Way Lucky 15 tomorrow. We then go on to my nap for tomorrow, and this is a Group 3 race at Newmarket, and the horse here won really nicely last time, and there's a horse called Tajaanus, which beat a horse called Bilston Brook that we tipped that day when it finished in 3rd place. And Bilston Brook went on to win Goodwood, on which I was there that day and saw that race. And it was a very weird race because Bilston Brook was really struggling and was really hitting some traffic in the field. But from nowhere, like in the last half a furlong, it kind of woke up and it ran past everything and managed to win in the end. And I think if you were to bet like in that exact position at the race at the time, which I've never been able to find those markets, but apparently people say they're out there, it was 1,000-1 apparently at the time, and then it came raunching home. But I thought the form looked fairly good here for this horse, Tajaanus. It's been very progressive. The only blip you could argue was when it did come 6th in between 2 wins. It won on debut at Newmarket, and then it took a step in the wrong direction, finishing 6th. But there were a few things that went against it that day. Also as well, it's trained by Richard Hannon, and Richard Hannon's horses tend to come on and improve in their career, and this horse has only had 3 starts. Dane O'Neill takes the ride tomorrow, which is one of the Godolphin main jockeys they use. This horse is trained by Godolphin, so it's got good connections. And I thought at 7-1 tomorrow, this horse was not a bad price and could definitely be the surprise package in the race tomorrow. And that's going to be my nap for tomorrow, Tajaanus, which probably means I've cursed it now and it probably will run a shocker. But anyway, those were the selections that I thought might run well tomorrow in some of the big races going on the card, Haydock and Newmarket. But let us know what you think might run well tomorrow, or if you've got any tips of your own running on any other cards. There's quite a few horse races on tomorrow, so let us know what your thoughts and opinions are on those by leaving your comments in the comments box below. Also as well, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also as well, you can follow us on Twitter at Lucky15. We're often quite active on there, so that's probably the place to follow us on social media. But like I say, you can also check us out on Facebook if you really want to as well. Also as well, gamble responsibly, gamble within your means. Don't go gambling too much and losing a lot of money on my selections. Also as well, just to let you know that tomorrow we'll be uploading episode 3 of the Loader Look, which looks at a controversial theme in horse racing at the moment, so stay tuned for that one, which will be uploaded tomorrow. So yeah, all in all, I'm glad to be back, and hopefully we'll be having some more winners.